Today we're going to practice building numbers with our base 10 blocks. So if I give you a number, I want you to use your blocks to try and build that number. And then we'll want to draw a picture of it too. So try and use your blocks to build that. I'll give you a minute to do that. You're doing the number 34. I'm going to get my blocks ready. Okay, let's look at it. So remember the tens blocks, we count by tens. 10, 20, 30, and then 31, 32, 33, 34. And now let's look at what that would look like if we were to draw it. So I see 3 tens blocks, and you can represent those with just lines. That's pretty easy. 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 of the little blocks, and you can do dots for those. So 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. That's how you would do 34. Okay, let me give you another one to practice. How about 56? Okay, so go ahead and try building that and see if you can write that too. Okay, 56. I'll give you a minute to work on that. Okay, so you're building 56. Remember, count by tens and then count by ones. So let's look at it together. Here I have a bundle of tens here, and I'm just going to count until I get to 50. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, how many did it take? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It took 5 to get to 50. And now I'm going to grab I have a whole bunch of the ones blocks here, and I need to get to 56. So I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. Did that match what you did? Okay, did you already practice drawing it, or do you need to draw a picture of that now? If you need to draw that now, go ahead and do it. And otherwise, you can watch me and we'll see. Let's see. 1, let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. There's my picture of the tens blocks and ones blocks to make 56. Okay, so some of the numbers you'll be working with today are like this in the tens. Other numbers will be in the hundreds. We'll practice some numbers going up into the hundreds today. I know that some of you were doing that last time we worked together, and I thought they're ready for hundreds. So let's do a number that looks like this. 132. Okay, 132. So see if you can build that, and then we'll see if we can draw that. I'll see if I'll get my stuff. Okay, building 132. Okay. If you need more time, go ahead and pause me. But let's start over here. Let's start with the hundreds, okay? So we'll start with, I've got my hundreds blocks. I think you might only have one hundreds block. I can't remember if I gave you 1 or 2. If I just gave you 1 and you need more than 1 for some things, you might need to just cut a square out of paper to use as an extra hundreds for yourself. Okay, so let's start 100. Oh, that's all I needed because 100, 132. So 100. But when I add the 1, what would it be? 110. It's like you can kind of just pretend like you're counting by tens again, but you put a 100 in front of it. 100, 110, 120, 130. Okay, now I need to get up to 132. Because I got to 132. So 131, 1, because we have to switch to counting by 1, so 131, 132. Okay, there's my 132. Now I have to draw that. To draw it, to draw the 100, just draw a square. My 100, my tens, 10, 20, 30. So 100, 110, 120, 130, 131, 132. Okay, let's practice another one. Let's practice one in the 200s this time. Let's do 246. So 246. Like I said, if you don't have the amount of hundreds you need, you can use cut a piece of paper to be a square, and that would work too. Okay? So pause me and do that, okay? And then we'll come, and then unpause me after you do it, and let's build it together. Ready? 100. I'm going to have to move my board up a little bit, okay? 100, 200. Okay, now I need to get to 40. So I'm going to grab a whole bunch of tens here. 200, and then I have to count by 10. So 210, 220, 230, 240. Okay, now let's use ones blocks and get up to 246. So 240, 241, 242, 243, 244, 245, 246. Okay, so now, how do you suppose I draw a picture of that? Why don't you try and draw that? 246. 100, 200, and then 40, so I want 210, 220, 230, 240, 241, 242, 243, 244, 245, 246. There we go, 246. Okay, so let me show you what you'll be doing today. Pretty much the same thing. Use some papers here. And it says draw each number in base 10. That means draw it just like how we've been drawing it. Here's one that has an example on it. They draw it a little bit different. They draw it a little fancier, but you don't have to do that. You can do it the way we've been doing it with the line and the dots. It's a little bit simpler, more simple. Okay, so you're going to do these numbers in tens and ones. Here's another one with tens and ones. And then this sheet has hundreds on it. So you're going to draw with hundreds, okay? Now, I would even say, if you feel like you need to, please build these numbers first and then draw them on your paper. Okay, that always helps me. If I'm unsure of one of the numbers and I build it with my hands and the base 10 blocks first, then I know exactly what I need to draw. So if you need to build them, go right ahead. That's what I need to do. I need to build them first so I can see them and then I can draw them. Okay, so you have these 3 sheets to work on today. So, okay, go ahead, work on those.